Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy has sharply criticized Russia's latest ceasefire proposal, calling it idiotic and emblematic of Moscow's insincerity in seeking peace. Speaking during an online press conference on Monday, Zelenskyy dismissed Russia's offer of a limited 2 to 3 day truce to recover fallen soldiers' bodies, stating that a ceasefire should be about preventing deaths and not collecting the dead. Zelenskyy said they just don't see a ceasefire as such at the moment. They are ready for a 2 to 3 day ceasefire to retrieve the dead. I think they are idiots. Because fundamentally, a ceasefire is meant so that there are no dead. You can see their attitude. For them, this is just a brief pause in the war. The Russian proposal was made by Vladimir Medinsky, who's a Kremlin-eyed and head of Moscow's delegation in peace talks at Istanbul. He outlined the plan during a press briefing following the second round of direct negotiations between Russia and Ukraine and Turkey. Meanwhile, Zelenskyy stressed the urgency of stronger international action, calling on the United States to intensify pressure through sanctions. Zelenskyy urged, "We really want our American partners to push a sanctions package through the US Senate with decisive steps to pressure the Russians into a ceasefire with strong sanctions. They don't understand any other way for now." The 2nd of June talks marked the second round of negotiations in just over 2 weeks. Despite agreeing to exchange 6,000 bodies of fallen soldiers and to set up a joint commission for the exchange of severely wounded troops, the talks produced little progress towards ending the war, which has entered its third year. Ukraine's defense minister Rustem Umerov, who led Kyiv's delegation, said Ukraine would need up to a week to study Russia's proposed memorandum and that further talks could take place between the 20th and 30th of June. Russia's memorandum, later published by state-run news agencies TASS and RIA Novosti, laid out a series of sweeping demands. It called on Ukraine to withdraw from 4 territories illegally annexed by Russia in September 2022, halt troop mobilization and suspend Western arms deliveries, stop redeployment of forces and bar any foreign military presence, lift martial law and hold new elections, declare neutrality, renounce NATO ambitions, cap the size of its military, and give Russian language equal status with Ukrainian. These demands are consistent with past ultimatums from President Vladimir Putin and have been repeatedly rejected by Ukraine and its Western allies. The ceasefire discussions come just a day after both sides launched major drone strikes, Ukraine targeting Russian air bases and Russia responding with its largest drone barrage of the war. Despite international efforts, including by the United States, to mediate a ceasefire, fundamental disagreements over territorial sovereignty and Ukraine's defense posture continue to stall progress. While Ukraine signaled a willingness to consider a truce, Russia has effectively rejected recent ceasefire overtures, suggesting the gulf between the two sides remains wide.